Today we are going to talk about housing supply and what it means for sellers. Hi, my name is Shar Kaler from the Kaler Group of eXp Realty. Stay tuned. One of the hottest topics conversation in today's real estate market is the shortage of available homes. Simply put, there are many more potential buyers than there are homes for sale. As a seller, you've likely heard that the low supply is good news for you. It means your house will get more attention and likely more offers, multiple offers, cash offers, over listing price, and more. But as life begins to return to normal, you may be wondering if that's something that will change. While it may be tempting to blame the pandemic for the current inventory shortage, the pandemic can't take all the credit. While it did make some sellers hold off on listing their houses over the past year, the truth is the low supply of homes was years in making. Let's take a look at the root cause and what future holds to uncover why now is still a great time to sell. Where did the shortage come from? It's not just today's high buyer demand. Our low supply goes hand in hand with the number of new homes built over the past decades. According to VP and Chief Economist at Freddie Mac, the main driver of the housing shortfall has been a long-term decline in the construction of single-family homes. Data in a recent report from the National Association of Realtors tells the same story. New home construction has been lagging behind the norm for quite some time. Historically, builders completed an average of 1.5 million new housing units per year. However, since the housing bubble in 2008, the level of new home construction has fallen off. See the graph on the screen. The same report elaborates on the impact of this below average pace of construction. The underbuilding gap in the U.S. totaled more than 5.5 million housing units in the last 20 years. Looking ahead, in order to fill an underbuilding gap of approximately 5.5 million housing units during the next 10 years, while accounting for historical growth, new construction would need to accelerate to a pace that is well above the current trend, to more than 2 million housing units per year. That means if we build even more new houses than the norm every year, it still take a decade to close the underbuilding gap, contributing to today's supply and demand mix. Does that mean today's ultimate seller's market is here to stay? We're already starting to see an increase in new home construction, which is great news, but newly built homes can't bridge the supply gap we're facing right now on their own. In the State of the Nation's Housing 2021 report, the Joint Center for Housing Studies of Harvard University says, although part of the answer to the nation's housing shortage, new construction can only do so much to ease short-term supply constraints. To meet today's strong demand, more existing single-family homes must come on the market. Early indicators show more existing home inventory is on its way. When we look at existing homes, the latest reports signal that the housing supply is growing gradually month over month. This uptick in existing homes for sale shows things are beginning to shift based on the recent data. Deputy Chief Economist at First American says, it looks like existing inventory is starting to inch up, which is good news for a housing market parched for more supply. Chief Economist of National Association of Realtors echoes that sentiment. As the inventory is beginning to pick up ever so modestly, we are still facing a housing shortage, but we may have turned a corner. So, what does all of this mean for you? Just because life is starting to return to normal little by little, it doesn't mean you missed out on the best time to sell. It's not too late to take advantage of today's seller's market and use rising equity and low interest rates to make your next move. Bottom line, it's still a great time to sell. Even though housing supply is starting to trend up, it's still hovering near historic lows. Let's connect to discuss how you can list your house now and use the inventory shortage to get the best possible terms for you. And to all the buyers out there, it's still the best time to buy and take advantage of the lowest interest rates in the history. And if you would like to see more news and information about real estate here in Las Vegas and Henderson, Nevada, please follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you liked this video. Please comment down below if you have any question, or simply text or call us at the number on the screen. My name is Shar Kaler of the Kaler Group from eXp Realty. Stay safe.